Namaste to all. Welcome to NRI Guest Special Show. Today we have with us a well-known prominent personalities of finance and tax preparation industry, Sri Anil Grandhi garu. As such, he doesn't need any introduction among the Indians in USA. But before inviting him, I would like to give a small introduction. Sri Anil Grandhi garu is the CEO and founder of AG Fintax. He established AG Fintax with a mission to help small business owners through tax planning, CFO, wealth management, and special focus on increasing the revenues, profits, and net worth. Anil Garu has 15 plus years of experience in finance profession as a finance controller, CFO, and held many crucial responsibilities in other senior executive positions. He also worked with corporate giants like Amazon, Starbucks, PwC, DataTrax, Sun Edison, and many more. He is also an official member of Forbes Finance Council 2021 and contributed many articles on recent finance and tax topics in different media channels. He has a team of CPAs, chartered accountants, and other financial professionals and helping many clients to take advantage of tax planning opportunities and strategically setting up the clients' businesses for success. So, without any further delay, I would like to welcome Sri Anil Grandhi garu, CEO and founder of AG Fintax. Namaste, Anil garu. Welcome to the show.
Namaste, Prashanta garu. Thank you very much. Thanks for the very nice introduction. Thank you very much.
It's our pleasure and honor to have you here, sir. So, Anil garu, we have been learning a lot through your seminars, speeches about finance and tax planning. So, today we would like to know more about some of the financial topics that are very crucial and most appropriate at this present times. So, Anil garu, we are all going through a very difficult times of COVID-19. So, during this pandemic time, SBA, Small Business Administration, has been supporting small business owners by offering different types of loans and grants. And after this very popular forgivable loan, we heard that SBI is offering a long-term working capital loans. So, can you please elaborate and share more details about this?
Thank you very much, Prashant garu. Definitely, I will explain. So, in the last 1.5 years, almost since last February 2020, many small businesses have gone through lot of efforts, lot of impact because of the pandemic. And during the pandemic time, even many businesses even closed their businesses also. Many small businesses reached out to me in the last year, early last year, stating that they have the cash flow problems, businesses are not happening. And during the time, our SBA and IRS and the Treasury Department all came forward, and our Congress also came forward and announced a lot of benefits, announced assistance, loans, grants, and other different programs. In the last 1.5 years, we have seen very popular programs, as you mentioned, Paycheck Protection Program, which is 100% forgivable loan as long as you use the money for the given purpose. After that, now SBA has come up a new program. It's called Economic Injury Disaster Loan, Eadl loan. It's not a brand new program. Last year itself, they announced this program, but stating that we are going to give $2 million, up to $2 million loan at low interest price. But because of tremendous response from the public, request from the public and small business owners, they were not able to give $2 million for all the business owners. Then they ended up stating they can give only maximum of $150,000, and all business owners got only $150,000. Even they need more money, but SBA didn't have the bandwidth or funds availability to give these loans. So now, after all, because of the recent Delta variant impact on the businesses, again, SBA has come forward to provide the assistance again to the small business owners by reopening the last year provisions to expand and help small business owners by offering low interest working capital loans, which can be repaid after 30 years, over the 30 years period. This is one of the best commercial loan available in the market right now in America. So this is what, and we'll get into the more details as we go through this program.
That's very nice to know, Anil garu, and a very good initiation by SBA. So, who is eligible for economic injury disaster loans?
Okay. So is everyone eligible for this loan program? Answer is no. SBI has given a definition. Who is eligible? So to be eligible for the EADL assistance, any small businesses or private non-profit organizations must have sustained economic injury and sustained economic injury during this pandemic time. It means you have to go through the problem. You are supposed to demonstrate that your business is impacted, and any even non-profit organizations also can apply for this loan. However, one condition they have: the business has to be in existence as of February 15th, 2020, which is before pandemic problem starts. This was date was freezed, and after the, I mean, from before, if any business started after February 15th, 2020, sorry, they are not eligible to apply for this loan.
Okay, that's very nice information, Anil Garu. So, what are the loan terms for EIDL?
Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, this is a 30 years loan, and the interest rate is only 3.75%, which is very, very cheap compared to even line of credits or even SBA other loans. And the other loan terms, what I shall say is, each person, each business owner is eligible up to $2 million. So even if you may be eligible even for $50,000 or $1 million or $2 million, but there is some specific calculations on that. So how much money you are eligible. But in some there are other terms, very important terms are, if the loan amount is more than $25,000, you are supposed to give a collateral to this loan. It means the business assets has to be given as a collateral. And if the loan amount is more than $500,000, then on top of the business assets, you are also supposed to give a real estate property as a collateral. And if the loan is more than $200,000, a personal guarantee is required. It means if the loan is less than $200,000 altogether, I mean, as of now, because there are some people received loan last year also, but altogether, if the loan is less than $200,000, there is no personal guarantee required. However, business assets or collateral as a were liened, but no personal guarantee. So this is at very high level of loan terms.
Okay. Are there any specific guidance on use of these proceeds?
Yes. So it's once you are eligible and once you apply for this loan, once you get the loans, can I use the money for anything? Answer is no. Can I take the money once we get the loan? Can I withdraw money from my bank account and use it to buy a property? Answer is no. Can I go and do the business expansion? Answer is no. There are some specific guidance is given by SPA on how you can use these funds. It is like this money can be used exclusively for the working capital. It means you can pay salaries, utilities, 1099 contractors, you may buy inventory, you can buy accounts payable, you can use it for the accounts payable, rent payment, monthly rent payments or mortgage obligations or any other business expenses you can use. On top of that, there is one exception here. You can use this money to repay any business debt incurred at any time. It means you may have some commercial loan, for which you may be paying more interest than 3.75%. You can take this money and repay any other business debt. It means, like example, you are having a restaurant, you are running a restaurant. You may be owning a restaurant, the building itself, you may be owning it. And if you have a commercial loan or if you have a mortgage loan on your restaurant, that can be repaid with these loan funds. Or even this month, right now, you don't have any loan, but in the future, you have some other loans may come up. Can you use this money to repay any future loans? Yes. It means you can use this loan fund, these loan funds up to $2 million is what you are going to get to repay any debt, any business debt you can use. This is a recent edition which was added just last week, last 2 weeks back, SBI has announced a few changes. This is a very big change for this Eadl loan program. Last year, this clause was not there. It means you can repay the debt with these loan proceeds. But this is a very great one. Many of my clients have line of credits or maybe some long-term commercial loans for their businesses. But now this is a very good one because it's a 30 years loan. It's very difficult to get a 30 years loan in general from commercial banks. So this is a great opportunity. Everyone should think about if they have any other loans, get this loan, repay the old loan. Boom.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it is a very good opportunity for the business owners at this present times. So we have been hearing a lot of news of fraudulences in news and everywhere. So do you think this can be misused, and SBA has any checks on fraudulences? Can you share some details about that?
Very good question, Prashanta. Yes, there are, because these are the government support assistance. It's not like a direct loan. These are the assistance programs. These are called as a COVID assistance program. So when they ask you to use the money only for the given purpose, strictly there may be audits in the future to check whether how you spend the money. So SBA has told that we have to maintain the documentation for at least next 3 years. 3 years of documentation we need to maintain completely how you are spending this money and everything. So what we recommend to our clients, whenever you get the money, keep this money in a separate bank account. Use it only for the business purpose. So then once the funds are over, you can close the account. So that whenever SBA comes for an audit, you can just show that one bank statement. Hey man, you gave me this money. This is what I use: salaries, rent, inventory, groceries, or any raw materials, or maybe travel expenses, anything business related. So, is there an opportunity? I mean, will people do misuse? Answer is people may use it, but you all guys, whoever gets this money, they are subject to audit on how you use the funds. So be very cautious. Don't misuse the funds. Use it only for the given purpose.
Very nice, Anil garu. And earlier you mentioned that the maximum loan amount is $2 million, and how it's computed.
So this is also a very frequent question I get in the recent times. Because we say $2 million. Will everyone get $2 million? Answer is no. And what is the maximum you can get? The maximum limit is $2 million. But the thing here is, it is based on how big the business you have, how much more profits you are making. So how it is calculated, SBA has given a clear definition on how this loan amount will be calculated. It is based on 2019 gross profit of your business. If you open your tax return for 2019, whatever business you have, it can be S corporation, LLC, or C corporation. Go to your business tax return. Go to line number 3. It's called gross profit. First, we have some sales, which is a line number 1. You have a cost of goods sold, which is a line number 2. And the line number 3, sales minus cost of goods sold, is gross profit. It is not net profit, it's a gross profit. Generally, financial, as per the finance terms, once you have the gross profit, after that we deduct salaries, office administrative expenses, operating expenses, rent, travel, utilities, or anything else comes as part of the operating expenses. Then you come as a net profit. So many people come and ask me, like example, I have more than 100 restaurants as my clients. So many people come and tell me, in restaurant industry, it's very common they have losses. They come and ask me, hey Anil, I don't have any profits, am I not eligible? Answer is, you may have a net losses in your business, but you may have a gross profits. So just open the tax return. Don't blindly think that you don't have the profit, so you are not eligible. It's wrong. Go to the tax return, check line number 3, gross profit. If there is any profit, it will be there. As per my experience, every business has a gross profit. And whatever profit you have, multiplied by 2. 2019 gross profit multiplied by 2 times, by 2 is what you are going to get. I want to give an example. A person has a sales of $150,000. Like example, I will take one IT industry. We have a few hundreds of IT industry as my clients, IT companies as my clients. So I will just take one example then. An annual sales is maybe $150,000. They have a cost of goods sold of $50,000. So the gross profit is $100,000. So and under from $100,000 they may pay salaries or rent, utilities, whatever. Then they'll derive a net profit. So in this example, $100,000 is what the gross profit multiplied by 2. It is 2 times. It means $200,000. So in this given example, even the sales are $150,000, but gross profit is $100,000 multiplied by 2 times. $200,000 is what the loan eligibility amount.
Wow.
So that is how the loan amounts gets calculated.
That's very nice information.
Yeah.
It's very valuable for our viewers too. Thank you so much for sharing this point.
Yes. Yeah, this is really, it's very, very important. Many small businesses are still facing problems because of the pandemic time. And this cash is the king. Any business, how much cash you have will define a lot of things. So cash is the king. So if there is an opportunity, if there is a requirement for your expenses, and if your business is impacted because of the pandemic, definitely this is the time for you. Just look into your 2019 numbers, you go and apply for this loan. That's all it's all about.
So when do we need to start repaying this EIDL loan?
Do we need to start repaying monthly installments start from day after tomorrow? No. The beauty here is SBI said next 2 years you don't need to start your repayment. If tomorrow I receive $1 million, but I can wait till 2 years. Like example, right now we are in the September. So from the September, October, from now to October, next 2 years, we don't need to do any repayment of the loans. After 2 years, the repayment will start. But the interest gets accrued from the date when you receive the loan. But the loan repayment starts only from the year 3 onwards, and it will be repaid over the next 28 years. On average, at a very high level, if you take a $2 million loan, your monthly installment is only $10,000. You will be paying for the next 30 years. And other very good part here is there is no prepayment penalty. You took the loan now, you are paying the interest. After 2-3 years, your business is grown. You think that no, you are paying interest unnecessarily, you don't need these funds. Go and repay this loan at any time from the date you received before the loan maturity, and no prepayment penalties. You have to pay interest, but there is no prepayment penalties. That is also a very good thing. So if your business is impacted, if you have working capital problems, if you have some business cash flow problems, I strongly recommend you to go and apply for this loan. Once your business really settles down with other operations, then you can go and repay this loan.
Yeah, this loan seems to have a lot of good things and very good for the small business owners. And Anil Garu, we are seeing that forgivable loans. Are there any chances that it can turn into as a forgivable loan?
Very, very good question. So I don't think this will be converted into a forgivable loan. So because forgivable loan, PPP, they have issued PPP loan round one extension, round 2 was also done. But this is a pure loan and it will not be forgiven. I have not seen any proposals on this also. But that loan will be forgivable. No, it has to be repaid.
Okay, thank you, Anil Garu. So I'm seeing a few business owners already received funds of like $150,000 earlier. Is there any option to increase the limit now?
Yes, absolutely yes. Many people last year itself, as I was mentioning, they opened this Eadl loan application saying that they will do $2 million, but they received only $150,000. Now, can I go and increase it? Answer is yes, and it can go up to $2 million. And what the process is, you need to and there is a process SBI has given. You need to send an email to SBA asked by giving your application number and ask for increase in the funds. Once you send that email, then SBA will increase the funds based on your gross profit of 2019 numbers. And right now we are seeing the approvals for up to $500,000. Immediately we are seeing the approvals, but more than anything more than $500,000, it seems SBI is saying that they will give the specific approvals after October 8, 2021. So the first priority they are giving for the low amount loans. After that, they will increase. They will focus on bigger loan amount approvals.
Okay. So how to request an increase to our previous EIDL loan?
Yeah. So as I was saying, we need to send an email to SBA. So there is a loan. There is a specific email ID given by SBA. So to that email ID, you would have received an email. So to which email ID you need to send the email. So just you need to send an email saying that we need loan increase request. Even you can log into your loan account, your SBA loan account. There also you can see the contact details. You need to go and ask for more funds, then SBA is going to give the funds.
Okay. So Anil Garu, all these procedures, can a small business owners, can they do themselves, or do they need to contact like finance professionals like you? Because it is like finance and tax planning and these loans, they have so many rules and regulations. People will just get lost in those all those procedures. So what do you suggest? Is it better to consult a person?
Okay. This is also a very good question, Prashanta. And so if a business is small, if you are expecting a loan for less than $500,000 or less than $150,000, the process is a bit straightforward. You can go to the SBA website and you can apply for this loan on your own. They ask for a lot of information, but when you're submitting an information, you need to be very cautious. If you do any mistake or wrong, your loan application will be declined. Once it's declined, there is a big process we need to follow to reopen your application. So if you are confident and if the loan amounts are small, I recommend you can go and try. But if you have any doubt, please, I always recommend you to go and reach out to a specific finance professional or call SBA. Call SBA and ask questions rather than doing the mistakes. There is an SBA customer service number also there. You can even call them, or otherwise, please call us. We are also happy to help you. But if the loan amount is more than $500,000, there is a specific collaterals are required. There is a complex process. I strongly recommend you to work with a professional rather than going on your own, because even you mess up in 1 or 2 points, the loan may get declined. And SBA is a government organization. The response from the SBA sometimes may be late. It's not so easy. If it's a bank, you can go to the bank and talk to them. But it's an SBA, it's an online service. You need to call them, you need to find out, you need to talk to the right loan officer, a bit complex process. I strongly recommend you to work with a professional if the loan is more than $500,000. Less than $500,000, you can try on your own. But if you think that you carry a risk of doing mistakes, if you have any doubts, reach out to the professional. Otherwise, you can also apply on your own directly in spa.gov website.
Okay. So Anil Garu, the business owners, if they reach out to the finance professional, the finance professional can speak on behalf of business owners with the SBA and can take care of all the things.
Yep,
right?
you are right. Yes, correct.
Okay. So are there any collateral or guarantees required for this CIDL loan?
Yep. So yes, initially in the beginning of our live show, I was mentioning this. If the loan amount is more than $25,000, your business assets has to be given as a collateral. Okay. And if the loan amount is more than $500,000, you have to give external collateral on top of the business assets. And you need to go through a lien. If you have a real estate properties, you have to give it a lien. You have to go through the process of going through a lien saying that you are giving the property lien to SBA. And if the loan is more than $200,000, you need to give a personal guarantee. It means if something happened to the business, if you close the business, SBA can come to you and they ask you to repay the money from your personal assets. So these are the collateral requirements.
Okay. So Anil Garu, if the business owner doesn't have any real estate asset, so in that case, will it be declined for that person?
Okay. So as per SBA terms, what this is, if you have a collateral, you need to give the collateral. If you don't have the collateral, then SPA underwriter will take a decision, but they don't directly decline this. They look into your personal financial statements. They look into your cash flow, future cash flow, how you will repay my loan back. That's what they analyze it. Then they take a decision. So straightforward answer, they cannot decline a loan because you don't have the collateral. They will look into all your personal things, then they decide whether they want to give the loan or not.
Okay. Anil Garu, so what type of conditions of a business owner or what type of circumstances can SBA considers to decline the loan?
So there are different regions are listed by SBA on what circumstances they are declining the loan.
Mhm.
So first of all, if there is any errors in the application, your loan application will be declined. And if you don't have any positive gross profit, your loan application will be declined. And if you don't file your 2019 tax return, your loan application might decline. And when you submit an application, SPA will check your tax documents with IRS again by transcript. So they will ask you to sign a form called 45060, which you have to submit in SPA. SPA will check it. But many cases, SPA is not able to validate 2019 tax returns with IRS, and they're declining the loan. So, and even there is an address change, they're declining the loan. Even there is a wrong in SSN number, EA number, you need to be really very careful when you're submitting an application. On top of that, if you don't have 51% shares are held by GC or Citizen, then also SBA will decline your loan. So these are the different circumstances when SBA will decline your loan.
Okay. So Anil Garu, what is the last date to apply for this loan?
So December 31st, 2021 is the last date to apply for this. And but I don't recommend anyone to wait till last minute. If the funds are disappear, funds are over, then you may not get this loan. So I recommend you to take the steps as soon as possible, so you are not missing the bus. So you will get this opportunity. You can utilize this opportunity.
Anil Garu, I would like to request you again to reiterate how to apply for this loan.
Yeah.
For the
So yes. So it is as I was mentioning. So you can go to SBA website. So it's a COVID. There are different ways. You can directly go to the sba.gov website, and there is an option you can see COVID relief. Click on the COVID relief. Then you can go open a COVID Eadl economic injury disaster loan option. You can see and you can apply it. Otherwise, you can even also see COVID-19 relief one spa.gov. It's a website. Even you can use that also to apply for your loan. So as I said, it's a straightforward. You need to go in. They will ask for a lot of questions about the partners, who owns the business, what is the EA number, what was the 2019 revenue numbers, what is the 2020 revenue numbers. They will go through all these questions. Then they will. You have to go through all this. You need to provide all this information. Then submit an application. So this is how we can apply the loan.
Okay. So Anil
And SBA also authorizes to appoint a financial advisor for you who can submit this application on your behalf.
so there is a maximum limit for affiliate companies. How affiliate rules works for businesses?
Yes. So I want to add one more thing before I explain this.
Mhm.
There are some list of companies which are ineligible also. So there are some companies are not eligible to apply for this loan. So if I look into that list, like example, if the business started after February 15, 2020, they are not eligible to apply for this loan. If you have more than 500 employees in your business, you are not eligible to apply for this loan. And if we have, now I will answer your question. Affiliation. If we have many businesses and all businesses together, if you already received more than $10 million, then it stopped. So the affiliation rules will come into the picture. What is an affiliation? If a same business owner is having more than 50% stake in different businesses, all businesses has to be together looked into that when you are applying for the loan. So the maximum all businesses together, you can apply for maximum of $10 million. If more than that, you cannot get the loan.
Okay. Anil Garu, suppose if the loan application got declined earlier, is there any option to submit a reconsideration now?
Yes. Yes. Answer is yes. Many business owners' applications got declined already because last year they didn't provide the right information. And when the loan amount was only $150,000, many people, many business owners didn't take it seriously. It's okay, it's small amount only, it's okay. But now the loan amount is up to $2 million. Even it's a decline, there is a reconsideration process defined by SPA. How does this work? You can look into your decline letter, then you can request for an SPA. Hey, come on, I am eligible because I have 2019 gross profit and whatever documents, if something is missing, please resubmit all your documents. You can resubmit your 2017, 18, 19 tax returns and also identity proof and also the current financial statement saying that you are in need of this loan amount so that you can the loan process would be very helpful for your business. So there is a reconsideration process is defined by SPA. So you can go and reopen your application and submit it. And if anyone has any more details, questions, there's a lengthy process. So, but if you have any more questions, please reach out to me. I'm happy to answer. I'm happy to guide you as required.
Anil Garu, so what type of documents do I need to complete my application?
Yes. So when you submit for your application, there are some list of documents is basic. So the first one, the basic things are they want to know about your EA number, what is your employer identification number, what is your business, who are the shareholders, and if you're applying for more than $500,000, every shareholder, whoever has more than 20%, they have to give personal financial statements, and it means how much they have assets, how many liabilities they have, because they want to check their loan repayment capacity. On top of all this, they need 2019 tax return and 2020 if tax return if it is available. If it's already filed, they want the return. If it's not filed, it is not mandatory, but they prefer it. And also the recent financial statement. If you're not at filed your 2020 tax return, then they may ask you your balance sheet and income statement for 2020 to see how the business is performing. And also a form called 4506T, it is called transcript, IRS transcript form. It means you are giving an authority to SBA to go and access your documents from SBA, from IRS to validate whatever information you are submitting. Is it true or wrong or no? If without IRS validation, SBA is not even approving even single loan application without IRS validation. So that form is also very important.
Okay. So, Anil Garu, earlier you mentioned that the record keeping requirement is of minimum 3 years. Are there any chances or any changes applied to this requirement going forward?
Yes. Yeah, as I've been saying, you have to use the money only for the given purpose. You cannot do it for the business expansions. Or like example, you have a restaurant, you want to start one more location. Can you use these funds? Answer is no. So, but you have to use it only for the working capital requirements or to repay any loan. So what SBA says is you have to maintain all your documents on how you spend money for the next 3 years at least, and also the tax returns and also the financial records of all the loan funds for the 3 years period. So, and during this 3 year period, SBA may send you any query or they can come and do an audit also. So to validate whether whatever information you provided, is it right, accurate or no.
So, very nice, Anil Garu. You have shared a lot of information. So we came to the towards the end of our show, and I would like to reiterate again to our viewers about these awesome loans that were designed and given by SBA.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you very much, Prashant. Yes, and I believe that yes, this is a very good information at this point because there are no other big government support initiatives are going for the businesses to help them on working capital loans. So this is a very good support. And once the funds are over, after that, I don't whether SBA is going SBA or government is coming forward again with any more new funds. So this may be a last opportunity for any business owners to get some cash into the company. So cash is the king. Don't ever forget, cash is the king. That's it. Yep. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you so much, Anil Garu, for coming here and gracing our show with your presence. And this was a very informative session. And it was truly inspirational to know you and many aspects related to the SBA. During this pandemic time, I believe this SBA assistance would be very helpful for many business owners, as you said. And it's been such an honor talking to you. Thanks again for gracing our show with your presence, sir.
Thank you, Prashanta, and thank you, TV5 and Mana TV for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, viewers, I'm sure you got to know a lot of information. For any further questions or help, please reach out to Sri Anil Grandhi Garu, CEO of AG Fintax. He is reachable at 425-395-4318 or anil at agfintax.com. I repeat it again, he is reachable at 425-395-4318 or anil at agfintax.com. So, with this signing off, this is your host Prashanta.